Okay, everybody, welcome back for another episode of Master Command. We're going to be continuing our playthrough of the American Revolution mod. Some things I want to clear up first. Number one, somebody corrected me. In the previous video, I said that Pulaski was a Hungarian. They fact checked me. Pulaski is Polish. I think when I was reading up on some stuff trying to figure out what to name this horse militia. I think I probably just got confused and uh, got Pulaski mixed up with another guy who actually was Hungarian and who was like the second in command of Pulaski's cavalry regiment. And so the second in command, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he was Hungarian. Pulaski, however, Polish. So thanks for correcting me on that. If I ever say anything like that and I'm wrong, feel free to let me know. I'm definitely not above being incorrect. The other thing I wanted to mention is uh, the campaign is honestly pretty easy since I didn't turn on any of the difficulty modifiers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to treat this like a mod spotlight type thing. This is just me showing off the mod, showing that it's functional. I really enjoy it. I think it's a fun mod. There's probably a few tweaks that need to be done to it, like the money is an issue. You fight a battle and you don't earn very much money from it, mostly because the units are so small compared to base master command. So I think that the money you gain needs to be increased. I also think that there may be too much artillery. Like this is a well, most of the American artillery is only 4 cannons, I assume, at 100 men. This is 5 cannons at 125. Um, I think that 5 cannons with canister is just going to shred through enemy units. We're going to test that out and see what happens. So maybe there needs to be fewer cannons, like maybe like 3, like 2 to 3 cannons, since the unit sizes have been decreased. But we're gonna see how the cannons perform in the upcoming battle to see if 5 or even 4 is really too much. But those are relatively small balancing issues. Otherwise, I think this is a pretty fun mod. I hope you guys are enjoying it. So since I'm treating this like a mod spotlight, and since the difficulty isn't enough to really be challenging at the moment, I think I'm just gonna finish Act 1. So we'll fight this army, we'll run around over here and look for encamped armies, and if we find any, we'll fight them. But if not, we are... we're still weaker than the HQ. I would like to open up another brigade and get some units in here, but maybe like once we max out our next brigade, we'll fight the HQ if it hasn't mobilized already, and then we'll call whatever happens at the end of Act 1, we'll call that the end of the campaign, because I still want to do one more like base unmodded Master Command campaign. I want to play with the I think they're the auxiliary troops in the HRE. I forget exactly what they're called, but the third army composition. I want to do a campaign with them before the new DLC drops. So if you aren't aware, Master Command is going to have a new DLC coming out. I think it's June 1st, and they are going to be introducing Sweden and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth as new factions. So there'll be 2 new factions, and they'll have some unique mechanics for those factions, and then there will be a couple other additions to the game, like weather and all of the base factions. To the game will be getting like an insight mechanic where your general learns from fighting battles, and if you lose battles or you take a lot of losses, you gain more insight, and then you can use that insight in order to buff your general. You can increase the number of men he has. You can increase his combat effectiveness, and then I think the other point of insight is your general has like a his command radius will be able to do other things like provide an accuracy bonus or a charge bonus, etc. I believe is how the insight will work. You can spend insight to get like a, I don't know, +5 charge bonus if you're in the general's command radius, and then you can make it even bigger, like maybe plus 10, plus 15. Those aren't exact numbers. I'm just basically saying that you can improve those numbers by spending insight. Anyway, that's still something that they're kind of fleshing out, so I might have gotten some of the details wrong. But at least you know that they're working on that. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and jump into this battle, see what we're fighting. Okay, they have their own artillery. That's good. Good for testing out. So we'll see how our own artillery does, and we'll see how their artillery does. And then, what does that say? Provincial battalion guns. Okay. So they've got a foot, a couple of redcoats, subsidy millets, land millets, provincial cavalry. So we're going to position our... Oh, and they're going to charge into us. Okay. Okay, so maybe what I'll do then is we'll form up a line, and I will put like our shooting infantry up front, like our 3rd Massachusetts, our 9th Virginia, our Connecticut recruits. We'll have them up front. They will get a shot off. They'll get shot, and then once these guys charge in, we'll fall back, and we'll have the 1st Georgia and the New York Grenadiers there ready to get charged into, I think is what we'll do. Although the New York Grenadiers actually have they actually have pretty good charge, so maybe I'll hold them back and charge them in instead of having them get charged. I don't know. We'll figure it out in the battle. I'll pause here and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're loaded in. Let's go ahead and get moving. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 3rd Massachusetts and the 9th Virginia up here on this hill. We're going to put the 1st Virginia over here. Okay, they're kind of not doing what I thought they would do. I thought they would advance. I kind of thought they would advance more directly on my guys. Might have to reevaluate what we're doing here. But in any case, I do want to set up the our artillery over here in order to get a canister shot on those foot units, on the British foot. I'm going to put the Grenadiers back here in reserve. Start spreading out our Georgia guys. Let's get you guys unlimbered. Kind of surprised they're not advancing. Yeah, really not sure what to make of this. And I don't know what their artillery is doing. If they're... I mean, if their artillery... I guess their artillery is loaded up with canister. But if they get too far forward, like, I'm just going to try to run them down with the militia cavalry. You guys hold your fire for now. So it seems like they're trying to get into canister range. What if we pull back a little bit with these guys? Let them advance some more and then send in our horse militia. Okay, no. They decided that they wanted to stop where they were at. Let's pull you guys back. Pull you out of canister range. I meant to have you guys hold your fire until they got closer, so that was my bad. Busy dealing with shenanigans over here. I actually want all of you guys to hold your fire until they charge in and get close. Bring our light dragoons over this way. Okay, open fire. And then same with you. Okay, let's help out over here. Let's push them back. And then once they've charged in, we'll countercharge. And countercharge here. Oh dear. Okay, dragoons are getting hit. Let's pull back Washington. Let's shoot here. Hold your fire for now. And then you guys charge in. Okay, they should be beaten. Let's go ahead and charge into their artillery now. Let's get you guys turned this way. And let's get ready for this unit of British foot. Hopefully we can get here to provide the morale boost. There we go. Okay, nice. We knocked them out. Then let's come over here. Where's our... Okay, so they got mixed in there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and run. And we will knock out the this British foot unit. Perfect. Okay, so artillery was I think our artillery was a little ineffective there, but that probably had more to do with the fact that we were fighting a Carolean army. The 240 kills isn't terrible. But I think they'll be more impactful in fighting a normal, like, shooting army versus a Carolean army that's just going to charge in. Let's go ahead. I do kind of want the veterancy, but I'm also thinking that we need to start putting money aside for our brigade, our new brigade, even if it is really expensive. Let's go ahead and sort our items. I know some of our guys in the comments really like it when we sort our items, so we'll do that. And then let's keep moving to the west here. Let's force march. Replenishment isn't going to slow down too much, I think. Sure, let's delay the HQ a little bit more, just so that we can have some more time to hopefully locate the encamped armies. Come check out this battlefield. Yes, commit many reservists. We lost. Okay. So we can sell things here. Let's go ahead and do that. I really want to get to 1500 so that we can put that new brigade in. So let's just go ahead and sell everything where we're not going to be using it, like, in the immediate future. I like the light saddles, but they will give us enough money to hit 1500, so definitely sell the horseshoe. Horseshoe is not that impactful. Let's sell one light saddle and what would hurt least to sell here? That's not going to be enough. Well, I could just sell both of the half gators. It's not like they're that important. Okay, so now let's pick up this extra brigade. Let's throw our artillery recruits in here, and now we can rethink whether we want them to be artillery recruits or not. I'm okay with them still being artillery recruits. We have the cannon for them, so maybe we will do that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So now we need to work on getting another brigade up and running. Continental Battalion Artillery, that would not be bad. Very very pricey though. Let's go ahead and raid this place. Generate some more money. Perfect. And then let's come up here, do a little bit of foraging, see if we can find an encamped army. We can't. Let's take the reservists because I like having more money at the moment. Any encamped armies? No. Let's come over here to this outpost. Ew, a mutiny. Okay, let's just pay out the money. Hopefully we quell the mutiny. Oh geez. Okay, kind of unfortunate. Oh, here is a patrol army that we could fight. Here's a place where we can sell items for more. So let's run over here and fight this patrol army real quick. Ooh, they've got their own light dragoons, subsidy Jaegers. Nothing else is too scary though. So we'll pause here and be right back. Okay, we're back. We're loaded in and we are moving. So we have the 1st Georgia along with our artillery and our light horse militia moving up the road here, taking advantage of that movement speed bonus that we get from that. Meanwhile, over here, we've got our 2 recruit units moving to take the hill. And then the 9th Virginia and 3rd Massachusetts will be here on the flank, supported by the New York Grenadiers. If these guys get too far ahead, I will charge into them with our light dragoons. And honestly, they are looking a little ahead of where they should be. So maybe I can tempt the subsidy recruits into turning. And then with the light dragoons, we can charge in here. Okay, good. We got them to turn. Let's pull back. Let's start getting sorted here. Let's pull our horse militia this way. Light dragoons are doing fine. You hold your fire. Okay, pull back. Let's get the Connecticut recruits out, along with the artillery guys, and let's get Georgia as well. Okay, and then let's do that. Let's make a hole here for the artillery when they get set up. You guys can shoot. And then we'll get you guys coming over this way. Let's start bringing the militia around this way. Get you guys unlimbered. And then let's move you up here, get you a little bit closer. We're gonna have you guys hold fire because their dragoons may be coming in to range. Okay, no. They're just gonna sit there, which is fine. Great volley from the artillery there. Salvo, I should say. I feel like salvo is more appropriate to say for artillery, so that was a great salvo. I will let the Georgians shoot. You guys hold your fire for a minute. Okay, everyone's on the run. Let's open fire. Would love to... That was awesome. And then let's go ahead and charge in here. Break those dragoons. And there we go. So yeah, artillery does seem pretty devastating. If you can get it lined up just right. Ooh, I like that we can sell these gorgets here. Let's go ahead and take the veterancy. Just try to put a couple more levels on our guys when and where possible. So let's come over here. Let's sell these gorgets for sure. And then we can buy a unit here. I would really like to get a provincial recruit so that I can start going down the rifleman line, but they're just not giving me the option. Maybe I'll hold on to my money and come over here and see if I can get a provincial recruit or a rifleman. So let's go ahead and run over here. Okay, they do have a rifleman. He's a little pricey at 900. I definitely have things that I could sell off to get that rifleman. Let's buy up a little bit of ammunition. Maybe one more. And then let's come... Let's come check out this battlefield. And we could get some weapons here to sell. Nice. Okay, I'm definitely going to give that to our grenadiers. Potsdam carbine, what do we have here? Land pattern. So yeah, let's go ahead and force march over here. Let's sell off some things. Let's see, we'll sell the carbine. I'm not really planning on getting more cavalry. We can sell the riding boots. Those are like marginally useful on cavalry. I need to get up to 900, huh? Okay, let's just start selling everything that doesn't really make sense. I'm not planning on getting more cavalry, right? So we can sell the heavy jacket. Could sell the Tula. I could sell the Greatcoat. And then... let's see. I like this. This would be good on like our Grenadiers. This would be good on our Cavalry. This would be good on our Riflemen. I like just having an extra musket. Cartridge box would be good on the Riflemen. A lot of these things are useful. Probably these are the least useful. Okay. And or actually I could just burn the town down, right? To get the rest of the money that I need. I don't necessarily need to sell off the blanket rolls. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this, and then we can burn the town to get the rest of the money that we need. And we'll generate some loot. Very cool. Let's run over here. And then let's buy up the Riflemen, just for the fun of it. Welcome, Riflemen. Maybe we put the Riflemen here. I'm gonna give them the Charleville just so that they can have a little bit of a longer range. And I'm gonna give them the cartridge box, the pocket Bible, this entrenching tool for extra entrenching, extra cover effectiveness. I don't really have any other useful items to hand them at the moment. These guys, I do want to hand the Shepherd's Axe eventually. This isn't bad. Yeah, I could give you this canteen instead, and then give you guys the good engineer. And then I know these guys are keeping the Charleville, but I think, or the good Charleville, I should say. But I mean, I think they'll be I kind of like them using it. But these guys have such good like inherent accuracy. Okay, let's make the swap. There. Let's see. Oh, I kind of do want another officer. None of these guys are what I'm looking for. This is interesting, but not needed because we already have a treatise. Getting buck and ball for the militia cavalry might be good. If we could afford it, but I don't think we can. Is there another city down here? There is. So I could raid this place and then run down here and buy up any last items that I want. And then coming over this way and getting ready for the HQ. Maybe before I do that, let's check over here, see if there's any encamped armies. Not seeing any. Okay, Dragoon Sword, Light Socket Bayonet, very cool. Where are our Georgian guys? Here they are. How does this compare? 8 charge, 4 melee. Sure, let's give it to them so they can have a teensy bit more charge. And then we'll give our Connecticut guys the socket bayonets. And we now have this Dragoon Sword. I'm okay with you keeping your Hussar Saber, and I'm okay with you having that Dragoon Sword. Let's come back over here, and let's do 1 round of ammunition, and then burn the town down. We'll come over here to this slum. Actually, we'll get attacked by this field army. And, okay, Saxa, Doctrine, so their officers are more useful, which means I want to take out that British foot. They're going to have an officer. Eventually, we'll get to their artillery. Okay, then we'll pause here and be right back. All right, we are loaded in, we're set up, and we are moving into position. This is an aggressive, or at least likely to be aggressive army. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this hill, we're going to take advantage of our combat bonuses from elevation, and we're going to hold this hill, let them come to us. So I've put our 3rd Massachusetts and 9th Virginia over here on the hill. I forgot to give our riflemen a more specific name. I'll do that after this battle, or before the next one, perhaps, when I next pause the game. But we'll have our Connecticut guys over here holding the woods. They'll be backed up by the Grenadiers. Our artillery forgot to move. And we'll get our Massachusetts guys set up, our Virginians set up. Then we'll have artillery recruits here. 1st Georgia out wide. Bring up our militia a little bit. And maybe riflemen we put over here. Let's make a little bit more space here, see if we can't get the artillery a little bit of a hole to fire through. Hold your fire for a minute. Artillery guys, set up over here. 1st Georgia, move out a little bit more. What's the range on our riflemen? It's like way out there compared to everyone else. Let's go ahead and start taking shots. Let's hit these guys. They're in the river. 16 kills, not terrible, not amazing. Actually, it's kind of terrible. Who am I kidding? It is kind of terrible. Actually, might just keep you in a column over here for now. Let's speed things up. Not a whole lot going on. And I'll let them take one more shot. We'll take it at the British foot, and then we'll switch over to canister. Might have you guys come over this way, and then shoot at the British foot from the other side of the river. Okay, let's go ahead and let's actually move up to over here and then shoot more this direction. So I think that's where we'll be needing it. Actually gonna let them unload on the foot and then maybe pull them back. Okay, that was fine. Let's stop them from hitting our artillery. Hold your fire for now. Let's get you guys into a line, and then you can open fire when you're set up. Let's just charge down this artillery. You guys spread out again. Horse militia come this way. Shoot them, shoot them. Everybody shoot who's right in front of you. Don't need to shoot at the guys way far in the back. First Georgia, you don't need to run. Let's bring you guys forward. Let's bring our horse militia up as well. And we'll bring you guys back up here. And open fire. Knock out that foot. Excellent. Cool. Cool. We'll just take the veterancy. Let's find a good trait for our fire brigade. Ammunition consumption isn't terrible. And it's not like we're playing this in the long term, so sure. We'll take the extra reload that will give us. And then we have some tea here that we could throw on somebody. So I could get some more artillery if I really want it. And yeah, we'll do that. So boom, take that, take all of that. Oh, we have a bayonet here. I think someone could use a bayonet, right? Yeah, the riflemen could use it. So we'll give it to them just in case they get charged. We'll let our 4th Connecticut upgrade into New England line. So now we'll just call them the 4th Connecticut. I think that's it for upgrades. We will rename the artillery eventually. Is there anything else I can give you? Give you the half gators so you move a little bit quicker. Ideally, I'll give them some canisters so that they'll be able to do some damage. Okay. Let's then finish raiding this place. And then we'll come down here, hit this slum, see if it will tell us where the encamped armies are. If not, well, we'll deal with that later. Okay, this is good. Let's give you the limber chest for the extra reload, and then let's force march down here to this slum. Do some quick foraging. See anything? Gosh, okay. It doesn't matter. We have a ton of reservists, so let's just take the 5% attrition. again, we are cursed to never ever find an encamped army. Let's take a level 2 officer and just see what we get. Okay, he is accurate, and we get a combat bonus from elevation. Cool, I like that. That is good for our artillery. Potentially good, at least. Okay. Let's then... Can we come check this battlefield real quick? Or we come fight this patrol real quick. And I will pause here. Okay, we're loaded in, ready to go. So we are going to be holding this hill here. We've got our artillery all set up, ready to take advantage of them attacking us since they are an aggressive army. And we will be sitting back, waiting for them to come in. And then once they do, I will envelop them with the 1st Georgia over here. I will set up the New York Grenadiers over here. It does look like they are concentrating a little bit more towards the middle. So I might actually just start reforming my line now. Nice. We didn't hit anything. We renamed our 2 units that didn't have names. We gave our riflemen the name Morgan's Rifles, and then our artillery we renamed to Harrison's Continental Artillery. So, very happy with those names. Okay, all cannons are firing and all cannons are missing. Fortunately, their cannons are also missing. So at least it's not personal. Let's go ahead and probably send our militia after their artillery. It looks like they're going to leave it undefended. And then I might get our grenadiers up here on the hill. And then after this salvo, I'm going to switch them over to canister. I don't know if they're coming up to hit my artillery or what exactly they're up to. Also, I think yeah, they are coming up to hit the artillery. Fortunately, they're not doing very much damage. Also, I think the music that's playing is from Assassin's Creed. It seems really familiar. It's giving Assassin's Creed, whether or not it is. Okay, well, I guess we don't need the canister after all. Yeah, I'll let them just chalk up some kills there. Let's charge into these guys. 1st Georgia and get into column, and we'll charge them into the Brunswicker Musketeers. We'll toss some grenades. Let's hold our fire, because I feel like we're more likely to hit our own cavalry at this point. And then after this salvo, after this volley, we will rear charge them, or they can turn to shoot at us. That works too. Okay, let's charge. Grenadiers incoming. 1st Georgia incoming. Light Dragoons incoming. I can't believe they were able to shoot us when we were already in melee combat. Okay, we got a little bit more money there. Let's go ahead and try to hand out whatever veterancy we still can. And then let's come over here, see if we can buy trained militia. I see, that's the upgrade from Minutemen. Interesting. What else do we have? State line, Minutemen. Could go state line. State line is the... State line is kind of like the Continental line. Or I could get Minutemen, and then if there's like buckshot here, we could get out like wide with the Minutemen, load them up with buckshot, and then just let them go to town. That would also be kind of interesting. Maybe I will do that, just for the fun of it. Yeah, so let's do Minutemen. Let's give them the land pattern. I will give them a gun pick. I will give them that. I'll give them shoes so they march around a little faster. Oh, interesting. Coffee and this treatise are the exact same. Let's buy up that buck and ball. And then let's sell some things so that I can actually afford to open up an item slot. And give you buck and ball. And we'll just have you loaded up with buck and ball from the beginning. I also need to have you guys loaded up with your buck and ball. I want to give you guys the shepherd's axe. I'm gonna sell that. I'm definitely not gonna put that on anybody, or at least I'm very unlikely to. Sell that. I'm probably not gonna use it. I'm probably not gonna use the haversack. Definitely not gonna need these uniforms. And then with that, let's give you the shepherd's axe. Maybe you guys, we give the coffee. Let's see if there's any interesting guns here. There's some carbines. Nothing else too crazy. This would be good for our riflemen, our Morgan's rifles. So let's see if we can sell enough to get 150 gold. Give you that. What else have we got? We've got these blanket rolls that we could throw onto the cavalry. You guys could use canister. Do we have any in here? Yeah, we do have canister. There's also grape shot. Grape shot's pretty expensive, so we'll just go with the canister. I think we'll sell this treatise. Sell these two. And then let's give you canister. I could sell... Might use this on Nox's artillery, but we can sell this. I do kind of want to keep those blanket rolls. And then... Georgia could use these shoes, theoretically. The chaplain isn't all that important. I could sell him. Well, let's go ahead and burn down this place. And then we are going to... we're gonna make a mad dash over to the HQ and finish up Act 1. Maybe I'll stop and buy one more unit, because I think we will have the money for that. Come over here to this battlefield. See if we can get anything out of it. No, don't really want to lose an officer. Let's come check this encampment. I'm okay with everyone getting more experience. And then, so the provincial recruits are fairly accurate, 27. Oh, but continental recruits are also 27 accuracy. So I'll probably just buy the continental recruits. And I kind of don't feel like looking up a state to name them after, so I'm just gonna go with these are a foreign legion of guys that came in and volunteered to fight. Cool. So now we've got all of our brigades full. Let's go ahead, buy up a little bit of ammunition, and then let's sprint over to the HQ here and end this act. Okay, winter's coming. That's fine. And I'll go ahead and speed this up. So we're going to cross right over the mountains, take a little bit of attrition. But we're going to get stuck on the mountains. That's okay. We made it. Sure, let's do the night raid. Awesome. Let's see if we got anything good. We did get a socket bayonet, which let's throw that on the Minutemen. And you guys can actually get one upgrade. I think you're the only one. So what do I want to put on the Foreign Legion? Maybe maybe a Shepherd's Axe? Or half gators, help them move around a little bit more. They can just get rapidly deployed where they're needed. And now let's go fight the HQ. This will be the Battle of Shelburne Harbor. Maybe I underestimated the quality of this army that I'm facing just a little bit. Oh well, that's fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. They have fire by rank. They'll deal more morale damage, but also take more morale damage. So let's go ahead and pause here and load on in. Okay, we are loaded in. We are deployed, and we're gonna go start the battle. So this army that we're fighting, they are unlikely to be aggressive, which means we're gonna have to take the fight to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have our guys advance along this road, and I hope that as we're advancing on the road, they will come to us. If they do, there are defensive positions that we can hold here, here, and down here. We can even retreat back to here if need be to get some cover. So I am simultaneously taking the fight to them, but also trying to take some good defensive ground that we can hold if they attack us. Where's my other cavalry unit? Here we go. So I want most of my cavalry on this end. This is where their stronger units are. This is also where I'm probably going to make contact first. And once they commit their cavalry, I will be able to charge in and take out their artillery. So I'm keeping my cavalry over here to be as supportive as possible. We are in artillery range, so let's go ahead and actually get my Minutemen out of range here. Minutemen really fast. I've given them a ton of movement speed, so they're pretty speedy. They're also just inherently speedy. Okay, it does look like we're gonna need to move up here and take a position. So let's do that. Okay, looks like the Highlanders are pretty interested in my cavalry. Let's go ahead and get the Grenadiers into position. Start bringing guys around this way. Foreign Legion, come up here. Artillery. Let's get you guys over here. 9th Virginia. Where's Washington? Let's get him up here, providing some morale. Okay, Minutemen are running, but they aren't done for. Let's throw some grenades here. Oops. We are a little disorganized. Let's just go ahead and get these guys contributing. Let's go ahead and set up right here. Come in behind the riflemen. Get you guys forward. Their cavalry hasn't been committed yet, so let's hold. I wonder if I can actually, like, get these guys to outrun the foot. Guess we just never threw our grenades. Why aren't you guys throwing your grenades? Okay, our grenadiers are bugged. Let's pull them back. Riflemen move forward along with the Connecticut. And then let's start shooting at that land millets. These guys will probably break soon. Yep. So let's pull the 1st Georgia forward. And let's go ahead and charge into their flank. I'm probably just gonna have to send our grenadiers into melee since they don't want to shoot. You guys have done great. Let's turn. And let's help out here. Minutemen, you guys can get set up. Foreign Legion can come over here and help out. And let's start working on their artillery and cavalry over there. Actually, I want you guys, like, set up before we get too close, just in case the cavalry wants to come at us. Very nice. We repelled both of their cavalry attacks. They sent one of our guys running. Let's get our own cavalry committed here. Let's move up. Let's get the rifles here. Let's get the Foreign Legion moving. And let's bring our cavalry forward. We're eating some canister. Yeah, eating a lot of canister. Okay. And then let's get a charge going here. And there we go. Honestly, more challenging than I thought it would be. Mostly because I think we have, like, a lot of recruit units. We have a bunch of recruit units, so we weren't really matching their quality, but it still went fine. Their artillery was definitely the star of the show, getting 300 and almost 400 kills each. Fortunately, we can replace our losses with our manpower. The prisoner rewards are so sad. These are abysmal rewards. We'll take the veterancy. And are there any last upgrades to hand out? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, ultimately, I feel like that was a decently difficult final battle for this campaign. Hey, this could help mitigate the costs of opening up some new brigades. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible if we did want to continue this campaign, which, you know, if enough people are enjoying the campaign and want it and like leave a comment, I would be open to continuing the campaign. I think this isn't quite worth it. So I'm gonna go for target training. Okay, so we could get some more riflemen. Could get our artillery moving around a little bit faster. Oh hey, Pulaski's Legion. We we already kind of have them. But sieging forts stinks. Continental Marines, that's cool. I like the extra reload, that's also cool. We'll go ahead and do this one. Okay. And so I plan on ending the campaign here. Maybe the difficulty isn't going to be as big of a problem as I thought, because I mean, that HQ battle was challenging, and it's going to be hard to it's going to be really difficult to buy a new brigade at 3,000, and then the final brigade is going to be like $1 million. So it's going to be really tough to get that last brigade. So I feel like even though for a while there we were just kind of smashing patrols and field armies with no real problem, it is possible that the difficulty on this will pick up, just because I mean, the prisoner rewards in this mod are really terrible, and so even if you're fighting a bunch of battles, you are not really keeping up in terms of money. You're not really keeping up in terms of veterancy. I mean, I've gone veterancy almost every opportunity I can, and like, look at our light dragoons. Like, they're only level 4. it's really sad. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm gonna stop the campaign here. If I get a lot of comments and people are like, "Oh, I'm really enjoying this," you know, it doesn't matter that there's no difficulty modifiers. Like, I want to see you keep playing it. I'll consider continuing to play it, but for now, I'll stop and we'll just consider it. We did our spotlight of this mod. Really fun mod. Really enjoy the attention to detail here. I think they need to rework the prisoner rewards and increase those. Otherwise, I feel like you're gonna fall behind, especially playing with the Continental Army, where your new brigades cost 50% extra. I mean, like 3,000, trying to save up 3,000 gold. I really can't imagine. I think I might be pulling my hair out if I try to do that. But let me know what you guys think. A lot of people really enjoyed the first episode, left comments, thought it was interesting. So I'm glad you guys liked it. Let me know if you'd like to keep seeing more gameplay of this. Let me know if you'd like to see the British side of things. But I will soon be starting a new campaign, playing as the I think it's the Auxiliary Corps or Auxiliary Troops, the third composition in the HRE, Holy Roman Empire. So until then, we'll see you in the next video. Really appreciate you guys. If you're enjoying the content, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you then.